Hello guys, can you hear me? Can you hear me guys? If you can hear me, just type OK in the chat window. If you can hear me, just type OK in the chat window. Fine. So this shall be a short session, and don't expect too much people in this session because this is on short notice. But I think as and when people get to know, they will really like this video. So finally, the matter that I am going to discuss about in this video is about that RBI Grade B 2018 result has been declared earlier, and now the final marks have been declared. So a lot of people were curious about to know that what were their final marks, by how many marks they have missed, or by what marks they have been able to clear, what is their all India rank. So now people will be able to gather all this information by going to RBI website and get to know their marks in phase 2 and in interview and overall marks. So basically, if you go to RBI website, you will get to know that for RBI Grade B 2018, mark sheet and final cutoffs have been declared for RBI Grade B General, DEPR and DSIM. Well, in this video, I am going to discuss about RBI Grade B General cutoffs and trends, what has been happening over the past years in RBI Grade B General part, not about DEPR and DSIM part. So the final cutoffs are on your screen. So if we see that the aggregate cutoff for paper 1, paper 2 and paper 3 taken together, that is your phase 2, which consists of FM, ESI and English, the aggregate cutoff out of 300 marks is 201.25. This is ever increasing guys. Last year it was around 198 and this year it is 201.25, and for other respective categories you can see the marks on your screen. And if we include the interview part also, that what has been the cutoff including the interview, that is out of 350 marks, 300 marks for phase 2 and 50 marks for interview, that is out of 350 marks, the aggregate cutoff, that is the final cutoff, has been 248.50. and then these are the respective cutoffs for OBC, SC and ST. Somebody is asking about cutoff for SC. The final cutoff for SC is 221.25 and for OBC it is 235.50 and for ST it is 219.50, and this is for physically handicapped people. So this is the cutoffs: 201.25 for phase 2 and 248.50 including interview, that is the final cutoff. And if we see the trends, now this is important to understand that what has been the trends. If we see the marks that people have got in 16, 17 and 18, the cutoffs for phase 2 in 2016 was 178, to 2017 198 and 218 around 201. This is approximately that I have taken. These are not the exact numbers. I have rounded off them to the nearest integer. And the final cutoffs including the interview that have been there in 2016, 17 and 18 have been 225, 245 and 248 respectively. So you can see first of all that what does the trend says. The trend says that the cutoffs have been increasing each year for the past 3 years, and if we take into account the previous year also, then also the cutoffs are increasing. So it increased from 178 to 198, and this year it has increased from 198 to 2001 for phase 2, and for interview also it has increased from 225 to 245 and then this year to 248. So basically what can be the reason for increase in this cutoffs? One can be the high competition. Obviously each year the competition is increasing, therefore the cutoffs are increasing each year. But I think more than high competition, one of the other reasons that can contribute to this ever increasing cutoffs for the last 3 years is basically, I think the level of paper has decreased a little bit, especially in finance and management. There used to be a lot of numericals in 2015 and 16, but over the period they have increased, or now they are putting very simple numericals. So that can be the one reason. FM, which used to be very tough in earlier years, is now coming very easy, but still it is concept based. And similarly there is reduction in numericals in the FM part. ESI has been little tough, as they have been asking schemes which are not recent, but I think then people have got used to and they are preparing for such schemes. Right. So the cutoffs are increasing. The reasons can be attributed to these factors, but can we say that the cutoffs will increase next year or like in 2019 also? I mean, nobody can predict. As I said, it depends upon the competition level, also on the level of the paper. Since the level of paper can be difficult this year, the cutoffs might decrease. Right. So it's all relative. You need not worry about whether the cutoffs would increase or decrease. You have to do better on a relative trend. That is what would matter. And one more important trend that you can observe is that each year the difference between final cutoff and phase 2 cutoff is approximately or near about exactly 47 marks. In 2016 it's 47 marks, in 2017 again it is 47 marks, and 2018 again it is 47 marks. So I mean, this cannot be coincidence, but obviously it is a coincidence. RBI would not do like this, that just puts 47 marks to the phase 2 cutoff and declare the final cutoff. But this tells us a trend that there will be difference of around 40 to 50 marks between your phase 2 cutoff and your final cutoff. Right. So what does this mean? Does this mean that you need not worry about your phase 2 marks, or you need to worry too much about your phase 2 marks? The answer is yes and no. The answer is that you should plan to clear phase 2 cutoff comfortably, not by just 3 or 4 marks, because if anybody would have got 203 or 204 here, then to clear or to get into the final list, the person would have required around 44 marks, 248 minus 204. Now it's really impossible unless and until you are a super stud to score 50, to score 44 or 40 plus out of 50 marks. It's not impossible. People have scored, but then they have very genuine profiles, interesting profiles, and they have something to show in their resume. If you are a typical person who has done engineering, who is working in a bank, I don't think, I mean, it's easy to get more than 40 marks in an interview. So if you are just getting 5 to 10 marks higher in your phase 2 as compared to phase 2 cutoff, you stand a very less chance to get into the final merit list. So the point here I want to stress upon is that do prepare well for phase 2. Try to get maximum marks in phase 2. If the cutoff is say 201, you should aim at least 230, so that you are safe. Even if you get 20 marks in an interview, you are through. Right. The idea should be that, obviously it's not easy, you need to work hard, but the idea should be that. Do not be relaxed and laid back and just try that I'll score around 200 or 170 in phase 2 and my phase 2 will clear, then I'll appear for interview. There is no point in doing that. You should clear the phase 2 cutoff by scoring well above 20 to 25 marks above the cutoff. And what has been the performance by EduTap students, guys? We have produced very good results thanks to the effort by EduTap faculty and by students, and the results are really awesome. It's more than double what we had the previous year. We will announce the final figure very soon, and we are going to share the strategy of selected candidates very soon with you, coming next week from Monday or Tuesday. Right. So we will announce the final figure. We are collating so that we stand by that figure, and we shall be very sure about that figure, right? Because if we announce this figure now, then candidates keep coming and we have to then revise those figures, because many people do not tell their results immediately. They go for their outings and come back, and then they will tell us their results. But we will announce our results very soon. Thank you for watching, and good luck for your RBI 2019 in case you are preparing for that. For RBI, the process is over. Though in the end, I would like to mention that there is a disclaimer in the RBI result that there is a petition pending in the court and the result is subjected to that. Thank you guys. Bye.